fucking served me one scallop on a rock for $1,200. I'm calling the cops. Hey Ari Avengers, welcome back. First of all, hold on you guys, hold on. Since YouTube doesn't give out a button for this, I'm going to, I don't know if you guys can see it. I got my YouTube play button for 1,000 subscribers. So yeah, there's that. So yeah, there's like a little over 1,000 of you now, and I just feel like it's popping. Brand new whip just hopped in. But I'm so excited. I can't believe that I made it to 1K. I restarted my YouTube channel last year after not having posted a video in I think like 2 years. And my goal was to hit 1,000 subscribers within the year, and I managed to do that, and I'm extremely proud of myself, and I'm extremely grateful to you guys. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for coming back and watching my videos and stuff like that. By the way, I did upload my She-Hulk / MCU Phase 4 review. If that seems like something you guys might be interested in, check it out. It's a different style of video, but I would really appreciate it, and it would mean a lot to me. If you're new to this channel, welcome. I do movie commentaries, and I'm thinking of getting into doing TV shows as well, because there's a lot of TV shows that I'm a huge fan of, and I just think it'd be cool to like talk about it and share them with you guys. Some of them you guys might have seen, some of them you guys might know about, some of them you might not know about, and then you'll be introduced to them through the lens of somebody who already loves it. So yeah, I'm thinking that that's probably going to be like a series that I start doing on my channel pretty soon here. Now I know some of you guys are waiting on Star Wars Episode 1, but okay, so I don't know if any of you guys subscribe to Kenny JD. She's literally one of my favorite YouTubers. She's one of the reasons I wanted to start a YouTube channel in the first place. Like, I love her dry, sarcastic sense of humor. She's fucking hilarious. I love her. But she watched this movie called The Menu starring Anya Taylor-Joy. And then I read like what the story was about. And apparently it's like a dark comedy with this couple that they go to like this island to go to eat at some restaurant or whatever. And then it ends up turning into something a lot more insidious. That sounds super interesting to me, and I wanted to watch it. So I didn't watch Kenny JD's video. I said I would watch it after I watched it, but I was like, you know what? Let me film it, because like it seems like a really interesting film. I think I might turn this into a series on my channel. I think I might just call it like movies that I think look cool, so we're gonna watch them. So yeah, this is a movie that I think looks cool, so we're gonna watch it. Point blank period, bitch. But yeah, once again, if you haven't subscribed already and you have been a returning viewer, I mean, at this point, fam, you're in it. You're part of the, what do I say? You're part of the ensemble. You're an Avenger. You're an Ari Avenger, okay? If this is not your first rodeo with me, just go on and subscribe. There's something here. I see you seeing me seeing you. Just subscribe. But yeah, let's get on into it. Ari Avengers, let's assemble. Unfortunately, the first half of my filming of The Menu, it was fine. It was the audio that was ass. So I'm having to refilm that first portion of it. And then after I go over that first portion like this, we'll segue back into the actual reaction part of the video. Sorry about the inconvenience. Sorry that you guys have to see me like this, but I have to see myself like this far more than you do, so tough, you live. And I do have to wear my headphones because I'm watching it on my screen here so I can remember what the fudge my reactions were. I'm about to film The Phantom Menace and Lord of the Rings, so I'm just gonna be getting ready while we go over this. So The Menu starts off with this cute little introduction where it says, Searchlight invites you to the menu. And you see Anya Taylor-Joy, and she's lighting up a stogie, and she's with Beastie Boy from X-Men. And why do oh my God, I called him Beastie Boy throughout my entire reaction too. He's just the Beast, all right? She's lighting up a stogie and the Beast is like, what are you doing? Like, why are you smoking? Smoking fucks up your palate. And she's just like, okay, well, I like to smoke. And he's just like, no. The place we're going to is absolutely fucking pristine. The food there's exquisite. Cancer, throw that down. We're trying to taste the deliciousness that is this meal. And she's just like, fine, whatever. And the restaurant is actually on a private island. So Queen Gambit, she is like, fuck, like we're taking that to go to the restaurant? And he's just like, yeah, like you didn't know. And she's just like, well, how much is this, you know? And he's like, well, at $1,200 a head, it's expensive. You couldn't afford it, bitch. And then they start seeing all the other people that are going to be joining them. There's some like business douchebag type guys. There's an old couple. And when you see the old couple getting onto the boat, Queen Gambit looks at the old man, like the husband, and she's like, oh fuck. Like she like visibly like, oh fuck. John Leguizamo is one of the people getting on. He's playing himself, playing a washed up actor. That's fucked up. I actually really like John Leguizamo, but he is playing a washed up actor and he's getting onto the boat with his agent. Then you see this elite food critic bitch getting onto the boat too. She looks like a straight up Karen and she's getting on with her assistant or something. And when the Beast sees her, he's like, oh my God, this is going to be an absolute shit show. She's one of the most elite culinary food critics. Like that introduces like our whole main cast. So you got Queen's Gambit, you got the Beast, you got the food critic and her assistant, the 3 douchebaggy business bros, the old married couple, and I do believe that's it. I feel like I might be missing somebody. I did remember that at this point I couldn't tell for sure or not if Anya and Beast Boy were a couple or not. He made a comment about how he couldn't really get dates when he was younger, and she's just like, oh well, fuck them, you know? And she like grabs his arm and leans on him, anime vibes. It's really cute or whatever, but I couldn't tell if they were a couple or not. So when they're on the boat going to the island, they're served some appetizers, and real quick you notice that like Beastie Boy, he's a food connoisseur. Like this motherfucker watches Chef's Kitchen, or Chef's, oh my God, why is it so hard for me to say this? This motherfucker watches Chef's Kitchen evening, noon, and night. Evening, noon, and night. Bitch, evening and night are the same thing. Morning, noon, and night. I am just a figgity flop today. Jesus Christ. But anyways, like they go to eat this like oyster thing. Ugh, I hate oysters. Couldn't be me. And then after that, it cuts to like them making their way to the island. They all one by one, you know, in their group start getting off the boat. And when they get to like the end of the dock, they have to check in with the hostess, right? Because there's a seating spot for everybody. Like only the best of the best get to eat at the fucking Hawthorne, right? They walk up to the hostess, who her name is Elsa. I love Elsa, by the way. Like she's so stoic and like, yo, she don't give a fuck. So they get up to Elsa, the hostess, and she says, ah, yes, Mr. Ledford and Miss Westerfelt. Pause, because that is not our Queen Gambit's last name. Her first name is Margot, last name not fucking Westervelt. At this point, we realize that Beastie Boy actually planned on taking another girl there. Sam, Zaddy, you gotta use date. Cause bitch, I don't know whether I would have left or not, because $1,200 a person, that's an experience. I could put my ego to the side for a $1,200 meal. How'd you find somebody to fill in that fast? Because my dude, you don't even look like you spit game like that. You can tell it's a little awkward or whatever for both of them. But overall, she's not really upset. She's just like, you know what? It's fine. It's okay. I'm not tripping. It's not a big deal. It's okay. They're being shown the island that the restaurant is on. For dining experience, it's kind of a vibe. I don't give a fuck who he mixed me up with. Like, this shit nice, fam. One point during the tour, Elsa, the hostess, shows them where they age the meat. She shows them also, weirdly, their living quarters. So it actually turns out that the chef and all of the staff live on that island. Breakfast is at this time, lunch is at this time, dinner's at this time. By the time we're done with everything, it's like time to go to sleep and then wake up. So it just makes more sense for all of us to live here. And this is something you guys don't know about me, and I've been debating on whether or not to like share it, because I am actually in the military. Their living quarters looks a lot, and I do mean a lot, like basic training living quarters looked for us. It's also worth noting too that the chef himself lives in his own separate home. He does not live with the staff, because of course he doesn't. He's the chef. So at this point, once the tour is over, they are slowly being like escorted into the actual restaurant. And something else that I forgot to touch on too, when they got off the boat, Anya Taylor-Joy's character turned around and she was watching the boat leave. You could tell in her eyes that she felt very uneasy. My girl's very alert. she's paying attention. So when they walk in and they go to sit down, it cuts to like these different visuals of the staff cooking, being very intricate and delicate and just precise with everything they prepare in that kitchen. They're very invested and very just in it, you know? They make it a rule as well that like when you're there, there's no taking pictures. You know, nowadays everybody wants to take a fucking picture of their food. And Beastie Boy, because obviously he's so excited to go there, he wants to document every little aspect of his food and his meals. So my dude already has his phone out. He's ready to fucking snap, click, post it. But the hostess makes it a point to let them know, hey, this is an experience. If people want to experience the food, they can fucking come here and eat it. So don't be posting shit. And then we see the chef make his entrance. And it is none other than Rafe. It's like Rafe Fiennes? Or, oh my gosh. Bro.
Speechmodification.com presents how to pronounce Rafe Fiennes.
Then spell it that way? I always called him Ralph Fiennes because that's how the fuck his name is spelled. Now, for those of you who don't know who Rafe Fiennes is he who shall not be named, Lord motherfucking Voldemort, bitch. And as soon as I saw his fucking spooky ass walk into the kitchen, I'm like, oh, because they're gonna die. That motherfucker gonna be in there like, abacadabra! I already knew some shit was gonna go down because Ralph Fiennes has not been like a man to be trusted since fucking Made in Manhattan. You feel me? Beastie Boy is like, oh my God, Margot, look, like it's the chef. So she turns around and she looks, and Chef is looking dead ass at her. Like he's looking at her and she's looking at him, and there's like a weird vibe, and then it cuts, right? Now, this is something that the movie actually did that I really enjoyed. It split up the segments of the film by servings. You know, when you go to eat at a restaurant, you'll have like an appetizer, or more fancily known as an Amuse bouche. So that's the beginning of the movie. And then you move on to like first entree, second entree. Each segment of the movie is marked by a different part of the dinner, which I thought was very clever and different. I don't know. I really enjoyed that. And I also love that when it marks the next section by showing whether they're having their first entree, their second entree, dessert, it also shows the food that they're going to be eating, and it gives a small description of it. It's just, it's so nice. Like that concept is executed so nice. I love it. Now, they're served their amuse bouches, and I gotta be honest, that shit does not look appetizing at all. Like, it literally looks like little fucking, like, it looks like the Dots ice cream. Throughout the amuse bouche portion, everybody's kind of like talking, conversing with each other. It shows the conversations everyone's having with one another. It seems like John Leguizamo and his assistant, like it kind of sounds like they're having an affair almost. And it sounds like she's like breaking up with him. The douchey tech guys are like talking about money and shit. And then it turns over to Beastie Boy and Anya, and she's basically asking him, what's with the obsession with food? So he goes in and he like starts explaining to her how he used to watch all these cooking shows when he was younger, how he used to watch what they call Chef's Table, bitch, because that's Cutthroat Kitchen. Like, what the fuck? He like very eloquently explains what it is about food that has him so fascinated and everything.
I've watched him plate a raw scallop during its last dying contraction of muscle. It's art on the edge of the abyss, which is where God works too. It's the same.
That was beautifully put, Tyler.
So after that, we move on to the first course, right? And for the first course, the scene starts off with Voldemort, and he's trying the meal for the first course. Like, he's sampling it to see how it tastes. And you can just see that the guy behind him, that I'm sure is the one that prepared the meal, is fucking terrified. Like, he really thinks homeboy's gonna fucking kill him if he doesn't enjoy this food. Well, luckily Voldemort likes what he tastes, and he's like, oh, the relief in his face. As they're preparing the next meal, I thought it was funny because they're literally serving it on like a rock. It's literally like a scallop on a fucking rock with shrubs and shit picked from the island. And I get presentation and all that, but I'm like, I gotta be a broke bitch because that's clearly something only rich people could understand. Like, bitch, if you fucking served me one scallop on a rock for $1,200, I'm calling the cops. Voldemort walks to the center of the room. He also goes on like his own little tangent, similar to Beastie Boys, of like preparing the food and the meals and everything. Props to whoever wrote the movie because they really highlight just how much food means to some of these characters. Now, of course, Beastie Boy's not following fucking rules. He was literally told not to take pictures of anything, and there he goes pulling out his phone talking about do it for the gram, and is taking pictures of the fucking food. The hostess literally told him not to. And my thing is, that bitch is scary. Why the fuck would you not listen to her? If she tells you don't fucking post pictures, boy, put your phone away. Jesus Christ. Like, for someone who says that he like has so much respect for the chef and everything, he can't even follow a simple rule that they have of like, don't fucking take pictures of our food. I don't know. There doesn't seem to be a lot of respect there to me, but that's just me. During the chef's like speech, Beastie Boy was also talking to Anya, trying to like look smart or something about the food. Chef, he kind of calls him out for talking during his speech. When Anya tries to like talk and bond with Beastie Boy about the food and everything, she starts telling him like what the nicest restaurant in her hometown is, because I guess she's from like a small hometown. And Beastie Boy is not even paying attention to her. He just looks at her and he's just like, do you think Chef's mad at me? Like, no, but do you like think he's mad at me? Because like, I don't want him to be mad at me. Like, I really want him to like me. And she's just like, bro, who the fuck cares? Like, you're paying for the food. Like, he's supposed to serve you. Who gives a shit if he's mad at you or not? But homeboy is truly pressed and just wants to be liked so bad. It's really annoying, actually. We'll get there. He literally looks like he's fucking crying because the chef called him out for talking during his speech. Sir, you're so bitch made. I don't want people to think that like guys crying makes them bitch made, but like, you don't even know this man. The fuck? That's weird. It's giving weird. It cuts in between each course to like the other characters too. And we see the food critic and like, oh my God, every single time she like eats anything, she's just like, oh, well, this is like this or this is like that. I can't even remember the words that she says because they're just all so ridiculous. She literally like makes up fucking words.
Thalassic.
Thalassic?
Oceanic. Thalassa was the primeval spirit of
Thalassa and Ponta.
Girl, because you're reaching with some of these phrases. And I get that like most food critics have to like really embellish in their descriptions. Is it good or is it bad? Keep it simple, stupid. Jesus. It moves on and we see John Leguizamo and his assistant talking to each other. And I guess John Leguizamo is trying to start like a food channel, or not a food channel, but he's trying to start like a food show or something. And that's why he's at the restaurant. And then the corporate douchebags are like talking about the food and they're like, it's all right, like it's crazy, you know, but we've had food that was just as good at other places. And then it cuts to the old couple. I guess the old couple goes to this restaurant for their anniversary. Remember, this is the old couple that when Margot, Anya Taylor-Joy's character, saw the husband, she was like, fuck, you know? She's turning around and she's looking at them, and then the wife notices that she keeps looking at them. That girl's looking at us again. And he's just like, no, she's not. You're being paranoid or something. Well, isn't it weird how much she looks like our daughter? Apparently, the old couple had a daughter that like passed away. Anya's character looks remarkably like their daughter. And when the wife says this, the husband gets like super mad. And he's just like, she looks nothing like our Claire. She looks nothing like our Claire Bear. That was also something that I completely forgot to mention. So when Chef was like giving, ooh, bitch. That looks good. So after that, the second course is presented, and the second course, yo, I would have been mad as fuck if I paid $1,200 and this was my second course. It looks like those little trays where artists would put their paint in each little hole with like tiny dollops of dipping sauces, I guess, or varied dipping sauces. And the chef talks about bread, right? And he talks about how bread is like the food of peasants. And he was like, but you guys are not peasants, and therefore you don't get any bread. So he just serves them like literally the dipping sauces with no fucking bread. What the fuck? Where's the food? They had fucking dots for their appetizer. They had a one scallop on a rock for their first course. And now you're telling me that they're getting tiny little dipping sauces in their individual little trays? $1,200 for this? No. But shockingly enough, for as little of food as he's actually giving them, Like, these little dipping sauces are quite the banger. Because they haven't really been served that much fucking food, the corporate douche nuggets get bothered by this. So they ask the hostess Elsa if they can have bread. And she's just like, no. This is what the chef served. This is what the fuck you guys are gonna eat.
You know who we are, right?
Yes.
You do. You know who we are.
She's like, rightfully so, sir. I don't give a fuck who you guys are. This is what chef prepared. You're not getting any bread. During the second course too, Anya Taylor-Joy's character Margot, she is not really enjoying the food. So she hasn't touched any of it. Beastie Boy is like, well, fuck, if you're not gonna eat it, bitch, this $1,200 a plate. I'll eat your shit. He goes to grab her little tray of dipping sauces and he accidentally knocks over a glass. Chef ends up walking over to their table and he looks at Margot and he's like, you haven't touched your food.
There is no food.
No, this is food.
So, lots more food to come.
Anya very politely and respectfully tells him, I can decide what I want to eat and what I don't want to eat, and I don't want to eat this. The chef walks away, and tell me why Beastie Boy, who I just realized his first name is actually Tyler, fucking catches an attitude with Margot, and he's like going off on her. What the fuck? Why were you talking to him like that? What do you mean? Like, he's being a jerk. He hasn't even fed us, and then he comes over here asking me why I haven't eaten. Just all up in my business, and for what? I don't want to eat. I don't want to eat. Beastie Boy starts getting fucking loud and wild with Margot. Like, you really don't even know this dude, but you're so pressed to impress. Ooh, I wasn't even trying for that. Pressed to impress. Ooh. So now we're on to the third course, right? And the third course is actually, I think it was tacos. That sounds like I'm making it up, but like, no, dead ass. I'm pretty sure the third course was tacos. But obviously like bougie $1,200 tacos. Like, this isn't Roberto's tacos. This isn't Pepe's tacos. And we are presenting the third course. The third course is called Memory, because the chef says that it's meant to evoke a memory. And he goes off and he starts telling this really depressing, sad childhood story about his upbringing. The whole time, I forgot to mention it, there's been like this tiny little old woman sitting in the restaurant, and that's actually his mother. Trigger warning to anybody who like has been through stuff like this. If you don't want to hear this, skip ahead. He starts talking about how growing up his father was abusive, and then eventually he stood up to his father to do something about him, and he grabbed a pair of scissors from the kitchen and he stabbed them in his father's, I think it was his thigh or something. Oh wait, no, he stabbed him in the throat. Oh geez. Oh no, he did stab him in the thigh. It says if he was smarter he would have stabbed him in the throat. All the guests there, they're just like, oh my god, like, is he actually telling us like shit that really happened to him? Is this part of like the experience? Like, they're not really sure, you know? They're presented with these tacos and it's actually really clever. It's a thigh, but it has like little cutting shears stuck in it to like symbolize when he stabbed his father in the thigh. It's dark, but at the same time, I kind of liked it. These tacos that they're eating are not just interesting because of the way the meat was curated or like the memory that the meat evokes. The tortillas that they're being served have actually been printed with photographs. Now here's where the story starts to get sinister. When everybody starts looking at the tortillas, the pictures on them are something very specific to each person. The tech bros that are all sitting there eating their food, they start looking at the tortillas and there's fucking numbers, like spreadsheets on all of the tortillas. These tech bros are embezzlers because of fucking course they are. When it cuts to the food critic, she's looking at the tortillas and engraved on them are all photos of restaurants that she reviewed that closed down, I think shortly after she put out her reviews on them. The old couple, they're looking at their tortillas and it's like photographs of them. And then eventually the wife gets to a photograph of a picture of him, her husband, with another woman. And she's like, who is that? Who is that? Listen, these tacos were served with a side of messy, okay? It was just so good. It was so interesting. For Tyler, his are actually photos engraved on the tortillas of him taking pictures of all the food, even though he wasn't supposed to. So I was like, damn. The devil works fast, but the chef works faster. John Leguizamo's character, his tortillas had a movie poster of like one of his badly rated movies called Calling Dr. Sunshine, where I believe he plays a doctor or something like that. Rightfully so, they kind of get weirded out and they start to freak out, but especially the tech bros, because these motherfuckers embezzling. Oh my god, we're gonna get caught up for these heinous crimes. The tech bros actually work for the company who actually owns the island and the restaurant that Chef and his employees work on. So they think that by flexing that they're gonna like be able to check the restaurant staff and shit, but no, they truly don't. They don't give a fuck. My dumbass, when I was watching this, I was like, why are they freaking out? Just eat the tortilla. If you eat the tortilla, then there's no evidence. But at the same time, I was like, well, shit, you guys paid $1,200 for this shit. Like, just eat the fucking tortillas, gather your thoughts, and figure out what's going on with the embezzlement later, you know? But right now, let's not talk about such things. Let's just enjoy our fucking meal. Anya Taylor-Joy's character is like, we're sending this food back. She calls over the chef to tell him that, like, hey, we would like to send this food back. And Tyler, Beastie Boy, gets so fucking mad at her.
You do not send shit back to this kitchen, you child.
Because I remember, I'm going to put in, without the audio, my reaction to this scene. I literally punched myself in the face by accident trying to showcase how irritated I was and how pissed I was that this fucking loser thought he could talk to my Queen Gambit like this. Because she's pissed at Beastie Boy. She's like, you know what? Fuck this. She gets up to go to the bathroom, powder her nose, have a stogie. Chef follows her in there and he's just like, who are you? Like, what's your name? I'm Margot. And he's like, you know, you haven't eaten anything. So he's like looking at her, but he can't quite figure her out. At that moment, I was kind of looking at Margot and wondering, like, is she actually who she says she is? Because they just harped on it a little too much. Oh, god damn it. Every time she like introduced herself, they made it a point to like focus on her every time she said her name. Is she not who she says she is or something? The old couple, how does she know the husband? So now we're on to the fourth course, right? The chef does his little clap to present the fourth course, but gets interrupted by one of the corporate douche nuggets. Personal information was put out there with these tortillas. So rightfully so, everybody's a little bit on edge because they're like, how the fuck do you know this shit? And the chef is like, nigga, can you sit down and let me finish? Have a fucking seat, bitch, and let me finish. And Chef brings up his sous chef, which is like the VIP of the kitchen, is a sous chef. So he comes up and Chef is like, this is my sous chef. He does this, he does that. He studied at this place, he studied at that place. He's singing the man's praises. Jeremy is a very talented man. He's very good, but he's not great. And he never will be great. He wants so hard to try and be like Mike, but he will never be like Mike. The chef is Mike in this scenario. Talking about how he's busting his ass trying to get to the point where he can have the chef's prestige, his job, his talent, and it's just never gonna happen for him. And then he asked Jeremy if in the process of trying to be as great as the chef, if he's happy. Jeremy is quite literally in tears, babe. Almost shaking, standing there trying to hold his composure, but he looks fucking broken. So Chef is asking Jeremy, like, do you like the life that you have now? You dreamed about getting to this position. Do you want this life? And Jeremy's like, no, Chef. And he's like, do you want to be like me? Do you want to have all my talent and all my prestige? Do you want my life? And he says, no, Chef. And then the chef gets in front of Jeremy. He gives him a kiss on both sides of the cheek. He takes a step away from Jeremy. And then the fourth course is served. The sous chef, Jeremy's the mess. Since I can't really say what happens, and I can't show it either because YouTube will demonetize me, to put it lightly, not only does the sous chef Jeremy not want the chef's life, but he doesn't want his own life anymore either. And rightfully so, everybody is freaking the fuck out. They don't know what's going on. They don't know if it's real or fake. They don't know if he actually S-worded or if it's part of the theatrics of the experience. I think that covers everything for all of the part that was messed up of my audio. I will turn it on over to me actually reacting to the film where my audio was actually good.
All of this is not meant for me.
You're not sure I'm brilliant, so don't say it. It's false.
Don't lie to him, bitch.
You thought I couldn't tell? Oh, I know a fellow service industry worker when I see one.
Fellow industry worker.
And I can tell as one provider of experiences to another.
She's a sex worker.
Come on, outside.
Please.
Come on,
Sir.
outside, everyone.
No, we're gonna die today.
Yes.
Yeah.
Our next course will be presented by sous chef Catherine Keller.
What the fuck is wrong with this guy? Over here clapping. What?
3 years ago, Julian Slowick tried to fuck me.
Oh my god.
I refused his advances. A week later, he tried again. Our next course is called Man's Folly.
I hope that this has nothing to do with someone's pee-pee. I don't know if I can show all this.
For male diners, we now offer you the chance to escape.
Hold it.
What?
Sorry. Come on, you know I'm a wonderful, wonderful critic.
Wow.
You too.
He doesn't want to go. What a weirdo. What a weirdo.
Go.
Damn. Man's Folly, Dunge's crab, fermented yogurt, whey, and some other shit I didn't read fast enough. Wow. Why is she crying?
It's so good.
It's really good.
You know, it's the emoji for me.
Umaboshi.
She said it's the emoji, it's the umaboshi, dumbass.
You know my husband. Yeah.
Yeah, there's no point in lying about it now. We're all gonna die.
the dying thing.
Oh, everyone dying was my pitch, actually.
Oh, jeez. Oh my god! Not this fucking weirdo trying to get back inside the restaurant. I am dead. Oh my god.
My name is not Margot. It's Erin.
Hi, Aaron.
Sorry, I'll take that.
Everything's fine. It's blue.
Not him trying to eat what they ate. This guy's a weirdo. Like, I know I've said it a million times, but holy Christ, dude.
I've been stealing money from you.
Oh, okay. Oh, he knows.
I know you know.
Oh, she knows he knows.
I wrote a negative recommendation to Sony.
Oh, shit.
I know you CC'd me on it.
Oh, what a dumbass.
I'm afraid our menu
Yo.
cannot continue. You.
Margot. Oh, no, the guy.
Tell me why you're here.
God, look at him stuffing his face.
Tell me what I
Gluttonous
want to
pig.
swallow first.
Right.
What were you told ahead of time?
Told me it would be the greatest menu ever created.
Right, and?
And that everyone would die.
Everyone would die.
That's why he's not freaking out, because he fucking knew.
Remember, you had a date, not the young woman here tonight. So,
Broke up with me, chef.
so you brought Margot.
Mm-hmm. That's just because you don't offer seating for one.
So you hired her knowing she'd die.
Yes.
Run! Tyler! He's a psycho. Oh,
Oh, I don't
jeez.
know if I can cook here.
Cook.
Now?
Cook. Shit, would you like some shit?
No,
Wow. Oh, jeez, I'm scared. I mean, the shit sounds good. Leeks, shallots, butter, lamb. Sounds good.
Wow, it's actually quite bad.
Tyler's bullshit. Undercooked lamb, inedible shallot, leek, butter sauce, utter lack of cohesion. That is hilarious.
You are why the mystery has been drained from our art.
Why the mystery? Oh, because he's over here trying to pick out every little thing that makes the food special instead of just enjoying it. What's he saying to him? Oh god, he looks terrified. Is he gonna S-word?
Dessert requires a large barrel that is supposed to be there in the corner. My negligent colleague, Elsa, forgot to assign someone to bring it. Elsa, give her the smokehouse key.
I don't know if this movie's scary. Oh my god. Tyler? Tyler unalived. Was his lamb that bad? Jesus. I like Anya though. She's our survivor girl.
If
Do you want to know why you're being punished?
Yeah.
I saw the film Calling Dr. Sunshine. I did not enjoy it.
This is happening to him because he sucked in a film. Oh my god. This is the worst review critic ever.
And what about her?
What school did you go to?
Brown?
Student loans? I'm sorry, you're dying.
She went to college and didn't have to pay for it, so she's gotta go. I mean, that's fair. Ooh, who is that? Is she gonna try to escape? She's supposed to be, girl, you're supposed to be getting the barrel. What are you doing? She's in his house, I think. Get out. Uh-oh. Elsa's finna cut you. Oh, she thinks that he's gonna replace her with Aaron. Come on, pretty woman, fight back! Kick her ass! Come on, Aaron! Fight for your life! Oh, I can't show that. Oh, geez, yeah, I can't show that. This is wild, sir. Oh, her hair looks so pretty down. That first-degree murder glow. Uh-oh, what's in there? Oh, he had a wife and a kid. Wow, he looks so happy. What happened?
Good evening, officer. How can we help you?
I got a report of disturbance.
What kind of a disturbance?
Jesus, this is
Did
wild!
anybody here call in a distress over the shortwave tonight?
If they say anything, he's dead.
We're not in the habit of serving our guests shortwave radios with their meals.
Come on, look at them, bro. They look disheveled.
What's your name?
Dale.
Dave.
He's gonna write,
My
get
wife and
help.
I, we love that. What's it called? The one where you play the surgeon.
Calling Dr. Sunshine. Yeah.
He's like, yeah, bitch, somebody likes that movie. Uh-oh. He's gonna die. He's gonna die.
Hands on your head. Everyone, now.
No. You're joking.
No.
He's in on it. He's in on it. Oh my God.
Thank you, Dale. Thank you.
That's a mind fuck. What's she thinking of? What are you thinking of, girl? What's going on in that head? She's got a Queen's Gambit move. Oh.
I don't like your food.
What did you say?
I said I don't like your food, and I would like to send it back. When I eat your food, it tastes like it was made with no love.
I can't tell if this is a Queen's Gambit move or if she's just getting closer to death's door.
Everyone knows love is the most important ingredient.
You cook with obsession, not love.
Oh, I'm very scared for her right now.
You failed, and you've bored me. And the worst part is, I'm still fucking hungry.
K.O.
You know what I'd really like?
Tell me.
A cheeseburger.
Maybe she's onto something here. When you looked at the pictures in his bedroom, it seemed like he was his happiest when he was just making simple food like this. The more prestigious his cooking got, the less satisfied he was with what he was making. It's like she's taking him back to his roots. And god damn, that looks like a good burger. Jesus Christ. Ooh, that looks... Oh my god, I want a burger so fucking bad now. He looks so excited to see her reaction. He looks happy.
No, that is a cheeseburger.
I wonder if he's gonna let her go.
Can I get the rest to go?
Can she?
One moment, please.
Just a well-made cheeseburger.
Thank you for dining at Hawthorne.
Yo, they're really letting her leave. Everyone else is just gonna die. She's free.
Before our final course, there is the matter of the bill. We're on a no-tip system, so gratuity is included.
Oh my god.
Thank you for dining with us tonight. You represent the ruin of my art.
Wow. Oh, they're turning everything into like a plate presentation. Oh, they're s'mores. I think they're gonna set them on fire.
The s'more, the most offensive assault on the human palate ever contrived.
Are the chefs crying? I think the cooks are crying too.
Flame.
Because they're all gonna die and they know it. I am like, wow, this is Oh, the explosion. S'more, marshmallow, chocolate, graham crackers, customer staff restaurant. Well, Jesus Christ, graham on a cracker. All right, you guys, and God, I want a cheeseburger. That was the menu. Okay, thoughts. Obviously, I knew it was gonna be like some crazy, insidious type of meal. The guy that was the sous chef that, you know, unalived himself, yeah, he kind of went off with a bang there. Honestly, this is a really good film. Voldemort's character was obviously dissatisfied with his career, and like I said earlier, it's like the more prestigious and elite his food became, the less he was satisfied with it. And these are some of the people that he held accountable for this kind of thing. It kind of reminds me a little bit of like 13 Reasons Why almost. Hannah, you know, does what she does, but she makes sure to leave those tapes behind to let everybody know how they contributed to it. The only difference is Hannah didn't bring everybody down with her, whereas the chef did. As morbid as it might sound, I think it's kind of nice that she was able to give him just a little bit of joy in his profession before he ended it all, you know? I'm glad she got away. Dude, she took Elsa out. Like, that was... Damn, that's wild. I really want a fucking cheeseburger. Yeah, I'm probably gonna go do that. I'm probably gonna go get one. But yeah, guys, that was the menu. I would definitely recommend this for other people to watch. It's different. I don't know if anybody else feels that way, but personally for me, like the film industry lately, like everything's remakes, reboots, and it's like everybody's trying to like get in on nostalgia and all that, and I'm so sick and tired of it. Like, come up with something new, come up with something fresh and original. And I really hope as I'm saying this that the menu is not a reboot that I didn't know about. But regardless, this is a good film. It's nothing I've ever seen. It's different, it's unique, it's got a cool concept. Like, I love how different acts of the film were broken up by entree courses. Like, that is so, I don't know, this was so cool. This is a good film. The dark humor in it, it had its jokes, it had its moments. There were times where I was genuinely like a little scared. It was eerie, it was insidious, this is a good film. This is a good fucking film. Go watch The Menu. This is a good film. Yeah, that's all I have for this video, you guys. Again, I want to thank everyone who is subscribed to my channel. Thank you guys for coming back, for sticking with me, for watching more and more content that I put out. I really appreciate it. I hope it's getting to the point where you guys enjoy my personality. So it's like whatever I put out, like you're more than willing to watch it because you're just like, you know what? I fuck with her. I like her. To all of you newcomers that managed to stick to the end of this video, if you did, you maybe want to think about subscribing, you know, join Ari Avengers, join the squad. That was so cringy the way I did that. Ew. Like, if you like this video, please like it, subscribe, and come along for some more films because I got some good shit coming out. But that's all I have for you guys today. Ari Avengers, disassemble.